if you're writing something that you wanted to be set in present day, did you
Hmm.
find like after a couple of years things have changed? Did you want to either go change a plot point or a character element to make it more current?
That's a good question. I would say not too dramatically, but I was definitely very influenced by present day events that were happening. So they kind of helped, especially with the second book, they helped form that arc and where it goes. A lot of the technology, like a lot of the technology that I cover in the book is surrounding cyber terrorism. And I feel like that's become extremely prevalent as well. So it was really interesting and, to be honest, easy to kind of pull from cyber attacks that were happening throughout the country,
Hmm.
and then particularly what was happening overseas. At that time, Russia was attacking Ukraine, for example, regularly, and so I was able to do a lot of research into that and to kind of how that was happening and what they were able to, like, the systems they were able to hijack and take over. So it was always a really fascinating process that I love to kind of incorporate into the writing, but make it very, like, it's a hard thing to do, to incorporate that into a fiction novel without making it too dense for readers.
Right.
And I'm not
Oh,
an expert. And so there's some really good books that I read too, by some amazing journalists who also weren't experts in cyber terrorism. One is This Is How the World Ends. And that was a really good. Have you heard of that one?
I have.
I love that one.
Yeah, I
And
have a good.
I've heard the author speak. She's incredible.
Okay, I was going to say, I have a good friend of mine who's a former FBI, and he worked for like a cybersecurity firm that did a lot of this. And so
Yeah.
he's an like a really Midwestern American guy, but he speaks Chinese, a little Japanese, and so he's always monitoring these little cyber terrorist cells. And so every now and then, when he and I were hanging around a lot, he would just show up for lunch. He'd be like, "Do you want me to scare the shit out of you today?" And like at the beginning, I was like, "Yeah, what do you got?" But after a
Yeah.
couple of these stories, I'm like, "Not today,
I can't hear anymore. I can't.
not today. I don't even know how you hear this stuff."